This is a demo video for the documentation purposes for my Internet of Holiday Lights project for at elman14.com. In this video, I demonstrate how I control an RGB LED strip as well as a NeoPixel strip. Actually, it's not a NeoPixel strip, it's actually RGB LEDs, a string of LEDs I bought from seedstudios.com. I use a PlayStation Portable to play music, and it's sent to an a low pass filter, and that output is being fed to the Arduino Yun. The Yun can read that input and correspondingly make the RGB LEDs connected to the Infineon RGB shield flicker according to the music beats. The Yun also receives commands over MQTT from an MQTT broker, and the broker received messages from the OpenHAB system. So in this video, I have an OpenHAB interface open. If I send an audio command from my OpenHAB system, you can see that the colors bounce around according to the music being played. The other mode that I can do is I can change the mode to manual mode. In the first instance, it turns off the LEDs. I can use the color wheel to select a color. Now, in addition to the RGB LEDs, I'm also transmitting color data over a serial link to an Arduino Nano, and the Nano takes that data and uses it to basically change the color of the NeoPixel strip or the RGB LED string. Back into the Yun menu, I can change the mode for my string of LEDs different from the RGB LED strip. So that's static, this is dynamic. I can change that to manual mode. Now the strip oscillates according to the music being played, and I can change the color of just the string. Alright, a quick look at the code for the Arduino Yun. This code is basically a fork of Benjamin Cabez's demonstration for the IoT of Holiday Lights challenge. You can get the video on Element 14. I have an Infineon Shield library that I created off of the original code, sample code that was given by Infineon. In addition to that, rather than just taking in RGB values, I take in data in the form of a string, which is in a particular format. So this format I've already explained in text. I have a function which converts the data that I'm receiving from a sky type into unsigned char or single byte type of data. The reason is that this allows me to visualize it using software such as MQTT Lens and the equivalent. You can see that in the message arrived function, I just use memcopy to copy the payload onto my structure, discard the rest of it, just keep the amount of data I need, and then correspondingly check what kind of data I have received, decoded, and allotted to local settings. For local settings, I have just RGB values and the mode, and in the rest of the stuff just happens in the main loop. So it keeps on checking. If it's in audio mode, it does this. If it's in manual mode, it does this. If I receive settings for the tree, then I have to bit bang it. So this again is custom code. The sendchar is again a part of my own code. I have a sendchar function that I've created without using timers and stuff like that. So it's pretty simple, and I've used manually tweak the timings on that. The rest of it's pretty much the same. I haven't messed around with that. This makes the Yun act like a gateway, and this just adds functionality. If you have any queries, I'd love to hear them. Please add comments in the section below, and I hope it's useful for somebody. Thank you so much.